when my book on addiction came out, in the English title is In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, that was 12 years ago now, and I traveled around speaking about addiction and trauma and so on, and almost everywhere I went, somebody would put their hands up and ask me, what do you know about ayahuasca and the healing of addiction? And I said, nothing. And then I go to the next town and I give my talk on addiction and trauma and the brain and society and yada, yada, yada. And somebody put their hand up and say, oh, what do you know about ayahuasca and the healing of addiction? I say, I'm sorry, I don't know anything. And this kept happening until I got really annoyed. You know, like, what do you keep asking me about the one thing I don't know anything about? You know, I just spent 3 years of my life pouring everything I know into this book, and now you're asking me about this funny plant from the Amazon jungle, until I realized that maybe the universe was knocking on my door. And so I had an opportunity to do the ayahuasca myself, and I got it. I got it within half an hour. Why people are asking me this? Because in 2 nights of ayahuasca I experienced the deepest love I've ever felt, and I'd realized how much I had closed down my heart against love, including in my personal relationships, including with my children, including with my wife, and then with the world. Why did I close it down? Because I was small, my heart was really hurt. And when your heart is hurt, you close it down. It's a protection. But that also makes life very, very less interesting. And one way to deal with that loss is to get into addictions. And so in 2 nights I experienced 2 things. I experienced the pain that I've been running from all my life. I also experienced the love. And if you have that love, you don't have to run, do you? It's all right there. No, that was my experience. So I decided, okay, I get it. I'm going to work with this. So for the last 12 years, I've been working with it. I've been leading retreats for people with addictions and illness and all kinds of things. So if your friend is in recovery and they want to get to know themselves even deeper, I say by all means, go for it. As long as you do it somewhere where it's safe. As long as you do it with people that have integrity. As long as you do it with people who have deep knowledge and deep respect for the plant. So I know places like that. In Latin America, again, a mate runs Kiyumi trees. No, they don't work with ayahuasca because in Europe that's not legal anywhere. They work with mushrooms. In some place where it is legal. But anybody who wants to go deep. Now, I'm not an evangelist for psychedelics. Like, I don't think they're going to, recently somebody asked me to write an endorsement for a book, and I refused because the title was, How Psychedelics Will Save the World. Well, I don't think psychedelics are going to save the world, okay? I'm not a religious fanatic when it comes to psychedelics. But for your friend who had pain, that's why they were addicted, and they wants to get to know themselves more deeply, it could be a very, very positive experience in the right context, and only in the right context.